guys, welcome to another video. Thank you so much for stopping by again, or if this is your first time, welcome. So this is my channel. Today I'm going to show you a video of me drawing an eyeball in watercolour. So first of all, I'm just going to sketch out the eye in pencil, and then I'm going to go over it with masking fluid and then paint over that with watercolour. So while that's playing in the background, I'm going to be talking to you about what's been happening with me recently. So recently I've been working a lot, and I wanted to do like a proper full portrait sketch, but due to my schedule it's impossible to get the time, as really big drawings or really detailed drawings are really hard to do during the week for me because I work. I have a part-time job, and these paintings take a long time. And I can't they take a couple hours actually, like up to 8+ hours. So finding that time is really hard and difficult, and producing a video at least once a week can be tricky. But I'm trying to work some ways around it, how to get around that. So bear with me in the meantime. Also, I got a new project working for my sister's wedding invitations. I'm really excited. I really love my sister's design aesthetic because she's just she has that creative eye that I feel like I've never had. She's been able to how do I explain it? She could see mess and then pick out the good things and then make a beautiful designed room or magazine or fashion or outfit or something, anything, pamphlet, leaflet. She could design so well, whereas for me, it's harder. Doesn't come so naturally to me. I need to really dig deep and spend a lot of time on it before I know whether a design is finished or not. But with her, it just seems so easy. So I love, and also we have sort of a similar. We don't have similar styles, but I understand what she likes, so I think working together on this project is really exciting. Anyway, so recently what's been happening with me is I've been looking at and thinking about going to Japanese language schools. So a bit of backstory with my experience with Japanese language schools is I took a few classes when I was living in Hong Kong in preparation to move to Japan 3 years ago. Oh, actually 4 years ago. And they were good. I took them with my husband, and I thought that was good just to get an introduction into how the language sounded, how did it work, just the very, very basics. If you didn't know, I live in Tokyo, so that's why I'm talking about language schools. And since moving to Japan, I didn't take any classes. One reason was because I didn't really believe in them. For me, I'm a strong believer in self-study. So I'm just going to take a swig of coffee. So when I was living in China and also Hong Kong, I took it upon myself to learn to self-study both languages, and I really enjoyed doing that. I really understood, it really helped me, and I think I have the, what's that word? The dedication or the discipline to be able to self-study. But with Japanese, it was so much harder to do that because for me, I need to hear the language a lot before I can really understand how it works. So it took me, and I was surprised it took me a lot longer to learn Japanese by myself in a self-study environment. And recently I passed the N3, which is really good, but I'm kind of it's kind of like I had to pass it because I've been here for so long that it's ridiculous if I didn't pass the N3 because I live in Japan. So I was kind of yeah, fine. I would have been bummed if I didn't pass, but I did pass, so I'm happy about that. But it's come to the point where in my career and my job, I actually really need to be able to write business emails efficiently and know just all that stuff. So especially when doing freelance work and replying to emails, instead of taking me 3 I want to be able to do it in a couple of minutes and not take 3 hours to write one email. So, and I'm not the sort of person that I'm like, I just wake up and I'm like, I can't wait to speak Japanese today. I'm not that. I'm not there yet. So, so I need the help, and I need to be forced to do it, basically. I could self-study, but it would take me a lot longer to achieve the goals I want to. So that's why I was looking at classes. Anyway, I've been rambling on too much. So I went and looked at classes, and there's different schools for different things. Some schools cater more towards you passing the JLPT exam. The JLPT is the Japanese language proficiency test, and some are geared more towards foreigners that don't already speak Chinese or don't already know how to read the Chinese characters. For example, a lot of Chinese students can already read most of the Chinese characters or understand the gist of it, even though the kanji, all the Chinese characters, some of them overlap, and some of them, the meanings are similar, but they're used in different contexts in either language, Chinese and Japanese. So, but yeah, a lot of this, there's some schools that just assume that you already know what the kanji means, and I feel like for students that are not from Asia and more like Europe or the Americas, they would struggle in that situation, in that environment. Some schools are really small, some are big, some are far away from the centre, and some are not. So for me, I think if you're looking at language schools, my best advice is to have a clear goal of what you want to learn. So do you want to pass the test? Do you just want to be able to order groceries, buy groceries, or order something online? Like, what are your goals? For me, my goal is to pass the N2 exam by December, which is crazy, or at least July, at most, I don't know, yeah. I don't think I'll be by December, but I'll try, but at least by July 2018, because I'm starting to really need to learn it now. And I don't want to take the course, so there are 1-year courses, and there's 6-month courses, and there's 3-month courses, and my goal is only to take it for at most half a year, so 6 months. One reason because I already sort of know what I want to learn, but the reason why I'm going to school is because I want to be in that intense environment where I have to study every day, and I want to get used to it, like force myself to get into the habit of studying, having homework to do, having to do tests, and then after that I can continue that intensive study on my own time. So that's why I wanted to take the classes. So there are also options for you to study in the mornings and work part-time in the afternoons. Some students do that. A lot don't do that. They have funding from other sources like parents or savings or something, and some do work part-time while studying. So my goal would definitely be work part-time and studying, because I have this art business going and also my other part-time job. But if you're thinking of coming to Japan and you're worried about funding your courses, a lot of the courses are really expensive, because I think one reason why it's because of the market, is because it's a business. They charge a lot of fees because some of them have like a deal with a loan company, so they force you to get a student loan basically and get into debt. Some schools do that, but that's like everywhere. And some schools are more affordable, where you're able to work part-time in the afternoons and study in the morning, or work in the morning and then study in the afternoon, so that there is that available. You don't have to take courses for the full year, or I think a lot of the courses, they're 1 or 2 years long, and it's entirely up to you. Usually one term is 3 months, or 2.5 months, but usually around 3 months. And you can pay for one term at a time, or you can pay for the full year, or just half the year, or something like that. So those are your options. Japan's school fees, especially for like Japanese language school, is not as expensive as England, for example. So where it's literally impossible to finance yourself and study at the same time. I feel like I heard definitely for America it's really hard, but in Japan it's still possible. You can still work and study at the same time. The schedule might be intense, but if you're willing to work really hard, then it is possible. So those are the schools that I was looking at. My goal is to take the JLPT courses, and then possibly in January start like Monday to Friday intensive study. So a lot to look at, a lot to think about. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about language schools or learning Japanese and like doing that way, I've done a ton of research, so I'm more than happy to help out. I've visited so many schools. I don't know all the schools and I haven't visited every single one, but I've visited a lot. So if you're thinking about studying Japanese in Japan, definitely write me a message or a comment or an email. I'll more than happily give my best advice. Or if I don't know, maybe I have a friend that goes to the schools that you're looking at, so I can ask them what their thoughts were. So yeah. Anyway, I think I've been talking for like a really long time now, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye. One more thing. So I've been toying with the idea of posting 2 videos a week, but I'm not sure. So I think definitely come back every Friday for a video. I'll definitely post a video every Friday and maybe on Tuesdays. It depends how my schedule is, but sometimes I'll post a video on Tuesday. So maybe look out for the Tuesday video. Tuesday Japan time, I mean. But definitely there will be a video every Friday in Japanese time. So yeah, have a great week and see you soon or next week. Okay, alright, bye!